Buongiorno. Allora, mi chiamo Charlotte e sono insegnante di inglese, francese e italiano. Oggi faccio un video per gli studenti del mio corso di italiano, un corso di 10 settimane. Okay, so my name is Charlotte Moore and I'm a teacher. I teach French, Italian and English, and today I'm doing a short video for the benefit of the students who came to my first Italian for Beginners class, which took place on Monday the 3rd of September this year, 2018, at Mythos in Chepstow. So thank you very much for coming, grazie mille. And so let's get started. We'll focus on a few of the points that we looked at in the lesson. So very simple stuff, basic I mean. First thing I said, buongiorno. So what does that mean? You probably heard that one. Buongiorno. I'll write it on this board here, make sure that you can see. B-U-O-N-G-I-O-R-N-O. Buongiorno. Va bene? Can you see that one? Let me just zoom in a little bit. Oh, I think you can see it fine. See, va bene, everything's fine. B-U-O-N-G-I-O-R. It's hard to do that one. N-O. So that's some of the letters of the alphabet, which we'll be looking at in a moment. Buongiorno significa hello or good day. Literally, good day. Buon giorno. Giorno. G and an I together is a G. G. G-I-O. Gio. Gio. So in Italian you pretty much pronounce every letter that you see. So è molto importante sapere pronunciare le lettere. Okay, it's important to know how to pronounce the letters. È molto importante. So buongiorno is one of the first greetings that we looked at. But because my lesson was actually in the evening, when you all came in, I said something different to you. Remember? I said, buonasera. Buonasera. So, let's have a look at the difference between these two. Buona sera. It was the evening time, and this means good evening. Buona sera. Buonasera. Buonasera. Okay? So, here we've also got good and evening, literally buona sera. So if it were the night time and you were about to go to sleep or something, instead of buonasera you would say buonanotte. Buonanotte. I'll write that down. Io scrivo. Just check you can see that. See? B-U-O-N-A-N-O-T-T-E. Buonanotte. So, if you've ever seen Lady and the Tramp, there's a lovely song in it called Bella Notte. This is the night, it's a beautiful night, and they call it Bella Notte. Okay, so that song, the word is notte, means night. Notte. Ci sono due T, there's two T's in it. And with, like lots of words in Italian, if there's two consonants, you sort of pronounce it almost twice. So, notte. You'll see what I mean. Buonanotte, buonasera, buongiorno. So, what time is it now? It's so it's like 12:30, so 20 or 30 minutes after midday. So I would say buongiorno when I greet someone. Sometime in the afternoon, late afternoon, evening, you'd probably start saying buonasera, and then when you're leaving or you're wishing someone good night before they go to bed or before they go home, buonanotte. So these are three nice easy ones. I think at the beginning I then said mi chiamo Charlotte. Mi chiamo Charlotte. So mi chiamo. Let me make some space on the board. In fact, I'll use my tiny whiteboard. Questo, this one. Mi chiamo Charlotte. My name is Charlotte. Mi chiamo. Io scrivo. Can you see that there? Mi chiamo. Charlotte. Come si scrive Charlotte? Si scrive così. C-H-A-R-L-O-T-T-E. H-A-R-L-O-T-T-E. Mi chiamo Charlotte. My name is Charlotte. It literally means I call myself. These are two separate words. Mi chiamo. Chiamo comes from the verb chiamare, which means to call, and mi refers to myself. Mi chiamo Charlotte. So in my lesson, I explained that I would be using, for lesson 1, a formal form of address. So that doesn't really exist in English. It exists in other languages, like the vous form in French. It's slightly different though. So I'll probably explain that in more detail at a later time in a video, but those of you who came to the class will understand what I mean. So, for example, mi chiamo Charlotte, my name's Charlotte. If I'm asking someone I don't know, a stranger, what their name is, then I would ask them in this formal form. If you're asking, or if you're speaking to people in Italian, you can use this formal form. It's called lei, the lei form, or you can use the informal. You can also use a plural form. So, for example, in my classes, there's more than one student, generally. So I will talk to all of you, my students, plural, there's more than one of you. So that's another form of address. So you've got singular, when you're talking to someone that you know well, informally if you like. Then you've got this formal form, the lei form, which I'll use now, which you use when you're addressing someone, a single, like an individual person you're talking to, politely. And then there is the plural form, you. So that's a bit different from English. We just have one word for you, and we don't change the verbs that we use. We just use the same ones for you. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. Where's my little cloth? So, mi chiamo Charlotte. Come si chiama lei? So that lei form, I'm addressing one person there. So I'll imagine the camera is a person I don't know. Buongiorno, mi chiamo Charlotte. Come si chiama lei? Come si chiama lei? I'm going to write down how that's written for you. Come. That's a useful word because it means how. Come si chiama. Oh, that looks familiar, doesn't it? Because it's a bit like mi chiamo. Come si chiama lei? Come si chiama lei? So that, if you're addressing someone in, like, you mean, what are you called? That's how you'd say it in the formal way. So I'll go into more detail about when you use that and examples later in the course, but you'll get the hang of it. Come si chiama lei? What are you called? Mi chiamo Mirella. Piacere. Piacere. Useful little noun. Sorry, it's not a noun. Useful little phrase. Piacere. It is a noun actually because it means pleasure. So it's basically saying, pleased to meet you, it's a pleasure. How do you do? Pleased to meet you. So I'll write that down too. Piacere. This is a short form of saying it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, which is longer and more difficult to say. So piacere. Let's have a little look at some of the letters in piacere. We've got a C and an E next to each other. C and an E in Italian is always c'è, c'è. Similarly, you'll have a soft C sound, kind of ch sound, when a C is followed by an I. Ci, c'è, ci, c'è. Ci. Okay, that takes me on to another sort of, well, a greeting if you like. When you're saying goodbye to someone, you would say arrivederci. Now that's very, very well known, that phrase. So let me write it down for you on this board, I think, because it's one of the greetings. I'll pop it down there. Come si scrive arrivederci? How is it written? Si scrive così. It's written like this. A, surprisingly. R, R. Oh, I have to think about it now. Ri. So A, R, R, I. V, E, V, E, R, C, she and I. So let me make sure we can see that okay. Maybe zoom in a wee bit there, un po' più, grazie. Okay, C and an I together, ci. C and an E together, c'è. Remember that, it'll be useful. So, arrivederci. Arrivederci. Bye. Let's have a look at what it means literally, because I like doing this. So, we have ci. This little pronoun, ci, means us or each other. It has some other meanings in Italian as well. Sorry if that's a little bit small, but ci. It's like reciprocal, okay? In this instance, it's reciprocal. A sort of means until. So let's put that down there, until. And then vedere comes from a verb, so that's a thing that you do, like to walk, to jump, to write, to dance, things that you do. So vedere comes from vedere, which means to see. And then what's this little bit here? So we've got an R and an I. That in front of a verb means to do something again. Okay, so let's have a look at the meaning. Until we see each other again. So it means until we see each other again. Arrivederci, until the next time. Or simply put, bye-bye. So there's also some less formal ways of saying, oh, sorry, I just realised that I'm a little bit too zoomed in. Let me just go back out there. So, where was I? Ah, yes. So informal ways of saying hello and goodbye. So there's a really, really common one. It's ciao. Ciao is great. It means hi, hello. It can also mean goodbye. Ciao, I'm off. Bye. There's also salve. Salve. I'll show you how they're written. And we've got ciao, ci. Ci sound like a, o. Ciao. Then there's also salve. Salve. It's just another way of saying hi. But I would say it's probably best to stick with these. Buongiorno. What's that? Good day or hello, yeah. Buonasera. So you'd say that sort of late evening. Good evening. Buonanotte. Good night. Arrivederci. Arrivederci. Excellent. It's not arrivederci. It's arrivederci. Okay, so we need to like make our pronunciation really emphasised. So we looked at some greetings. Then we looked at yes. Mi chiamo Charlotte. Come si chiama lei? What's your name? What are you called? And then you answer, mi chiamo blah blah blah. Mi chiamo Paolo. Mi chiamo Andrea. Mi chiamo Chiara. Mi chiamo Cristina. Come volete, how you like. So after that, we looked at some other questions in the lei form. So polite, formal ways of asking people questions. So what were the second question was, show you a handout that I gave, 2 pagine. So it gives you a little glimpse of what my students have got. And then there's another page, pagina 2, you've got l'alfabeto italiano qui. But somewhere around here, numero 4, we learn how to ask someone politely how they are. So this is in the lei form, okay? Remember the word for how, that question word. How do you call yourself? Come si chiama? Come. Come. Really useful. Come. This is a nice short question. Come sta? Come sta? How are you? An answer could be, for example, sto, I am, or I feel. Sto bene. Sto bene. Come sta? You can add that little lei bit at the end if you want to make it clear that you're asking someone in the formal form, although the fact that you're saying sta already tells them that you're asking them formally, so you don't need to put it in there. You can also put lei at the beginning so that people know that you're addressing them. It's sort of up to you. So it could either be come sta lei, or lei come sta. And my answer would be sto bene. And well, thank you is also quite nice to say. So, come si dice thank you in italiano? How do you say it? Ecco, this is how you say it. Grazie. Grazie. Thanks. Sto bene, grazie. Grazie. There's an E at the end of that. It's not grazie. No. It's not gracias. No. That's Spanish. Scusa. Grazie. Grazie. Sto bene, grazie. Oh, what if you're not so good and you're just so. You could say così così, così così, come sta lei? Or così così, so. Neither here nor there. Così così. A little strange accent there over the I. You'll see that in places. You'll see it in the word for yes, which is sì. And we might as well learn no while we're on it, which is very simple. No, no, no. We'll look at the alphabet quickly in a moment, but sì and no. Così, così. Come sta lei? Così, così. Come sta lei? Ah, sto bene, grazie. What if you're not good at all? You could say, oh, things aren't going well, I'm not good. Sto male. Sto male. So we had bene, which means good or well, and we have male, which means badly or poorly or bad. You'll see these words. Think of the word beneficent and maleficent, okay, or beneficial, malevolent, good and bad, well and not so well. There's lots of other ways that you can tell people how you are. You could say, for example, I'm a bit tired, or stressed, or there's loads of different ways you can say it. You could say va bene, va bene. So that's something you'll hear a lot, and that has lots of different meanings or contexts where it can be used. So va bene, seeing as it has that bene word in it, I'll show you how it's written. I'll give you some examples of when you use it. So come. Now, if you answer with va bene, someone is likely to have asked you a slightly different question, which is a bit less formal. Come va? How? Again, remember, how? Va. Well, you can decide what you think that means. This would be the answer. Va bene. Va bene, grazie, if you like. It is going well, thank you. Va bene means it is going well. Come va, therefore, means how is it going. So, dimmi in inglese che significano queste parole. So tell me in English what these words I say in Italian mean, okay? So they're not just words, some of them are questions, so let's do a little test. Now I obviously don't know if you can remember them, but I'll assume that you can. Dunque, so, come si dice in inglese buongiorno? Che significa? What's it mean? Yeah, it means hello or good day. Come si dice in inglese come sta? Come sta? The answer might be sto bene, grazie. Come sta? Come si dice in inglese? How are you? Okay, it's in the lei form. Remember, it's the formal, polite way of addressing a single person. I mean, one person on their own, not someone who's single. Okay. Come si dice pleased to meet you? It's a pleasure. That's hard, isn't it? Come si dice? In inglese. Oh, scusa. In italiano, allora. Come si dice pleased to meet you? Piacere. Piacere. Pleased to meet you. So, what have we got so far? Let me just write that down so you can remember. Piacere. Come si dice in inglese? Come si chiama lei? Come si chiama lei? Come si chiama lei? What is it in English? What is your name? Come si chiama lei? So, let's have a think about what we've already looked at there. Right, we're 20 minutes in. I always say I'll try not to be long now, but it goes on for a while longer, so try and wrap up in 10 minutes or so. We have looked at buongiorno, buonasera, buonanotte, arrivederci, brief look at ciao and salve, which are informal, so you'll hear them though, so keep them in mind. Mi chiamo Charlotte, come si chiama lei? Come sta? Sto bene. Così così, sto male. Ah, we also looked at piacere. Grazie, grazie, thank you. But we could add to that, we could have grazie mille. Thank you very much. Sto bene, grazie mille, thank you very much. Grazie, remember, e. So in Italian you'd say for e, and you pronounce it that way too. Grazie. Grazie mille. Thank you very much. Mille literally means 1,000. So it's like saying 1,000 thanks. It's quite nice. So we learned sì and no, yes and no. Importante. When someone says grazie mille, you can respond to them by saying prego, prego. Now, for someone like me, it's often difficult to pronounce the see, I think I need a drink. The R. There you go. If you get it at the back of your throat, kind of prego. Anyway, you can hear that it's sometimes difficult. Sometimes it literally just rolls off the tongue and it's fine. So prego, prego means you're welcome. Grazie mille. Prego. You'll also hear this in other contexts, like if you walk into a shop and someone's ready to serve you, they'll say prego, prego. Like, how can I help? Kind of, I'm ready to, at your service if you like. So that's a useful one. A couple of other polite phrases. So if you bump into someone or you make an error or something, you do something wrong, you can say mi dispiace, mi dispiace. Oh, mi dispiace. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. See, if you want to get someone's attention, you can say, excuse me, mi scusi, mi scusi. You can also kind of say that if you're going past, oh, mi scusi, sorry. No. Mi scusi. So I'll show you how they look. So you'll hear a lot of this mi pronoun. So we heard it in mi chiamo, for example. Mi dispiace. Ooh, look at this. At the end of that second word, we have a C and an E, which is a che sound. Mi dispiace. It means, this displeases me. That's the me bit, like in mi chiamo, I call myself. This displeases me. I'm sorry, basically. I didn't mean to do that. The other one is mi scusi. Oh, mi scusi. Excuse me. Or pardon me if you like. Excuse me. Mi scusi. This again is in the lay form, so you would say this to someone that you don't know, or someone you're treating with respect, which is hopefully everyone. Okay, so there's one more question that you can use to ask someone about themselves in this lay form, and then we'll look at some pronunciation. Poi basta, finiamo. Okay, then afterwards that'll be enough, and then we'll finish. So the last question. So we had. Come si chiama lei? Come sta lei? The last one has a slightly different question word. Di dove lei? Di dove? Ad esempio, for example, io sono di Chepstow. Sono di Gales. I'm from Wales. I'm from Chepstow in Wales. So, question. Di dove lei? Where are you from? Where are you from? So let's have a look. Come si scrive? How do you write it? That question, come si scrive, another come question, is going to be useful throughout this course, or if you're in Italy and someone gives you like the name of a place, come si scrive, How's it written? How do you write it? So, come si scrive? Allora, what was I writing? I've already forgotten. Ah, sì. Di, dove. Now, dove means where. Di means of or from. So, from where are you is what I'm asking. I'm going to put a little accent there, and an apostrophe and an accent, which brings two words together. It's a contraction, like when you say I can't instead of cannot. So, dov'è? Di dov'è lei? Di dov'è lei? From where is it, or where are you? Where are you from? Lei. And the answer could be sono di. I am from. I am from. Sono di io, I, me. Sono di Chepstow. Dov'è? Chepstow. Ok. Sono di Londra. I'm from London. Sono di Parigi. I'm from Paris. Sono di Cardiff. Sono di Bristol. Sono di wherever you like. It could be a country or a village or a town or whatever. Sono di. So, di dov'è lei? Where are you from? So, it's worth me mentioning now, I suppose, that lei also means she or her. That's the confusing bit. So, when you're asking someone in the formal form, lei, it's almost as if you're saying, and how is she? And how is she called? And from where is she? You know, it's a polite form. It's hard to get your head around and it can be a bit confusing, but that's sort of what it means. So it's useful to remember the word lei, and I try and think of Leia, Princess Leia, you know, a hell like that, from Star Wars. So lei is a girl, and then the word for like he or him is lui. Lui e lei. Lei e lui. So I think maybe Prince Louis from the Jungle Book. Oh, sorry, King Louis from the Jungle Book. So lui e lei, he and she, him or her. And then lei can also mean the polite form you. Okay, so I'm going to have a little look at the alphabet now, everyone. Ok, cominciamo. Oh, scusa, così. Let's have a look. Can you see that? Okay, let's give it a go. This is to understand how to pronounce letters, and I think in the next video we'll look at the pronunciation of some phonemes, so a couple of letters together making a different sound. Let me zoom out a wee bit there. Okay. Oh, if I move it over this way, you can see my logo. Excellent. So we've got A. In fact, I'll go through them and then you can listen. Oh, there's my board pen. Go through them and you can listen, and then after that you can repeat them after me, okay? Dunque, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, Z. Difficile? Scusa, difficile o facile? Difficult or hard? Sorry, difficult or easy? It's the same thing. Per me, abbastanza difficile. I think it's a little bit difficult, you know, in my opinion, secondo me. Per me non è difficile, ma per voi. It's not difficult for me, but I imagine it's a bit difficult for you. So let's ripetete. You guys, if anyone's watching, hopefully so, ripetete per favore. Repeat, please. Per favore is another very useful phrase. It means please. Per favore. Ripetete per favore. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Now this can actually be V or V, but V you'll hear. Zeta. Zeta. Molto bene, very good. So, something's missing. In fact, I think 5 things are missing from this. So what are they? Let's have a look. We have, let me just come out a little bit. Oh no, sorry, in. Up and in, there you go. Lovely. So in this alphabet here, we do not have the following letters. So J, K, X, W, and Y. Ma perché? Why don't we have them? Perché? Why? Because these letters are not part of, they won't be found in Italian words. However, they will be found in foreign words that contain the letters. So they're not necessary in the Italian language, but they are used when they're borrowed. So words like sexy, for example, which has got an X and a Y in it. Oh, è molto sexy. So they understand what it means and they'll use it, and they do have names for these letters. So let's have a look. We have Ilunga, which is a long I. Ilunga, Kappa, Kappa, like the clothing brand, you remember from the 90s. X, X, doppia V, double V, V, doppia V. And this one, Ypsilon, Ypsilon. So, if your name was Jack, for example, and someone said, come si scrive Jack? You would say, si scrive, it's written, Ilunga A C K. Ilunga A C K. Sometimes people call me Charlie, so if I was spelling my name out, I would say, si scrive, it's written, C-H-A-R-L-I-E. Okay. If you have a shorter name, it's obviously a bit easier, so let's think of a short name. Come si chiama lei? Mi chiamo Eva. Come si scrive Eva? Ah, si scrive E-V-A. So there's a little conversation where you might have to spell something out. So we'll go back over this in coming videos, but for now I think I should say grazie mille e arrivederci, because I have to wrap up now and I'll send this video out to the people who came along to my first class. I'll also be sending out this document, a digital copy of the class handout, and I will, for the benefit of those who came along, send the contents of this envelope which you received in person, but you'll be getting in digital format. So you've got my business card, little flyer for the course. You can encourage your friends to come along. Course content here, payment details, terms and conditions, copy of the photo and video consent form, and also something else to mention actually just before I go. So I've got a competition where you can win a bottle of Prosecco. Now this is for people in the local area, okay? Feel free to share my Facebook information, share my page with anyone who might be interested in learning French, English or Italian. But I can't guarantee I'll be able to send the winner a bottle of Prosecco if you're the other side of the world. I mean, maybe I'll have to look at costs, but we'll see. Ci vediamo. So for a chance to win a bottle of Prosecco, like and share one of my Facebook pages. So, what are they called, Charlie? So, Charlotte. Facebook.com/More Language Solutions. Let me show you this nice and close. More Language Solutions, that's my business page. You can also go to morelanguagesolutions.com, my website, or you can go to Italian Classes Chepstow or facebook.com/French Classes Chepstow. So the winner will be drawn at random and announced on Facebook and Twitter on Monday 17th of September. So, week and a half from now. So, yes, hopefully someone will be able to enjoy a nice bottle of Prosecco on me, and you can help promote my business. Grazie mille e arrivederci. Ciao.